Welcome back. It's time of the video for you, and what you're looking at here is a Rock-Ola Nibbler board. And what I've been doing is actually building an adapter for Sean Williams on the Arcade Outsiders podcast. And when we got this board here, I just opened it up tonight to take a look at it. It was still sitting in the bubble wrap, and this board is just beat to hell. So anyways, I did make the adapter, and if you're looking at it right here, all I populated on this is like, it's what I do when I make adapters. I just do the power here, the yellow wire here, and some ground wires here, and then the video. So you can see each color: red, green, blue, and sync is gray. So that's all that's just connected up right now. Because this way you can test. So like if you get a video, if you're getting some video, at least you know that you're on the right track, and then you can add things afterwards. So that's the adapter. And here's the thing that drives me crazy is that the way they're lettered, A goes like this, so then it means that when I'm done, the board is upside down. So this is the solder side, but on this board it's the component side, but the letters match up. So A is A on this, although I did put a little label. I did write a tiny little Z, tiny little A there after I looked at I had to look at all the traces to figure out what was A and Z, because this is not labeled properly. So that's that on there. So let me just show you some of the damage on this board. It's pretty extensive. I'm sure it can be fixed, but this thing looks like it's just been dumped in a box somewhere. So first thing here is you've got C1 here, and this actually connects plus 5 volt and ground together over a capacitor. This one's ripped right off the board, and if you look here, the pad's actually ripped off as well. That's a large capacitor, like one of these babies right here, electrolytic capacitor. I don't know what the value on that's supposed to be, so we'd have to get that value if we're going to replace that. Also, there's someone decided to just scrape off the coating on the ground wire traces here. But yeah, so if I've got my meter in continuity mode right now. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but see if I can do this with holding the camera. Should have a tripod, but I don't right now. I don't have it on me. I mean, it's behind me, but. Okay, so there it is on plus 5 volt, and you hear if I stick it in the hole, I grab it, but the pad is all gone. If I'm going around it, I have to stick it in the hole to get it. And obviously that's the ground right there. So that's all torn up. Then let's move on in the board here. If you look at almost every of the polyester, I think they're polyester, whatever they're called. They're non-electrolytic capacitors, but all these, you'll see they have these white burn marks on them. These connect to ground. They're almost like to filter out noise, or I think that's what they're used for, but I'm not electronics person in that aspect to know exactly what they are all doing. But so here you can see more burnt ones here, and then if you look here, this is fun. This one's actually wedged in between the ROM chips and cracked. I'm wondering if that came like that from Rock-Ola. I mean, I don't know how that got like that. And this one right here is all chipped and broken off, and pretty much all these are. This one here is pretty crunched, and this, let's see if you can see this one. This one is like completely destroyed. Let me get around. There's not much left of it. That one's busted up pretty good. And then we've got the ribbon connectors here, and there's these lock releases right there. This one's busted right off. Now this thing, I mean, it takes a lot to break one of these things. So this thing has been seriously abused. Oh, look at that, it's not even in there all the way. So maybe I might get this to work. Alright, so push that in. I'm going to work that one a little bit and see if it boots after I do that. But, I mean, these caps aren't like completely necessary, but my Big Kong, when I got it working, it was one of these caps that I replaced, and I got it working properly. I mean, there's one right there completely busted right off in the middle. That's not bust off completely, it's just snapped in the middle. So you can see it's just the whole board's abused pretty badly. Oh, this is fun. Right here, look at that. That's supposed to be connected right there. That's all loose. I'll re-solder that back on. And so that's all. I'll give that a try. But here, somebody scraped the actual label, the writing off of this one. Why'd they do that? I have no idea. And on some of these, if you look at the ROM chips, the labels are removed. So I just want to show you this. Right now it's not working. I plug it in, nothing happens. I mean, look at this. Someone snapped off the corner of this and then put a washer to fix it. I mean, this is one beat up. Look at this. I mean, tell me this thing was not dropped somewhere. I mean, this is terrible. Terrible. I mean, with some TLC to get this thing working, I'm sure. But I've never seen one. I've never seen a board so beaten up. I mean, I'm sure there's ones that are much worse off, but oh, here's another one broken off right there. I mean, this, I don't know if this IC51 is supposed to be populated. I'm kind of guessing it probably isn't, because LS30 isn't as well. Yeah, so that's that one. And just to give you, oh, here's the adapter. So this one will connect up. Let's see, there's A. So go on like this, like we were showing you before. That's to connect that. And then if we go back over here, this is the jump bug. And this one here, the board looks in decent shape. Doesn't look like it was beat up too badly. But up here, the ROM and position N was actually not even in the socket. And I put it all back in. I reseated all the sockets. I put a little deoxit on the pin legs and put them back in again. Did get it working. So that's it, guys. Just want to show you these two boards I was working on for Sean Williams. And yeah, that's it. Talk to you soon.